Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make an octopus plushie. A fairly small one. And so what you're going to need is you're going to need your crochet hook. I'm using the Susan Bates 6mm hook. Then you'll need your choice of yarn. You're only going to need one color. Next, you're going to need some sewing thread along with this sewing needle. And then also you're going to need a different needle, but that one's a larger one for your yarn. Next are two small black buttons, which will be like the eyes. Then you're also going to need some stuffing. I'm using this one from Loops and Threads. So to start off, we're basically going to be making the body, and so you're going to grab your yarn and you're going to wrap it around two of your fingers in like an X shape like so, and we are going to be making a magic circle. So you're going to insert your hook and twist it and then grab that piece in front, and then you're going to twist it again just so it's nice and secure, and then you're going to pull through some yarn. And then you have your magic circle. Next, you're just going to single crochet 6 times inside the circle, and then so you'll have 6 single crochets all around. Once you're done that, you're going to be doing 2 single crochets in every stitch. So as you can see, we insert our hook in the next stitch. You're going to do 1 and then 2. And then once you're done, you're just going to move on to the next stitch and then do 2 again. And then so in total, you would have 12 single crochets. Once you're finished that, what you're going to do now is you're going to do a single crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to do 2 single crochets. So then you will have 3, and then you're going to do that again, so single crochet in the first stitch, and then the next one you're going to be doing 2 single crochets. And then in total you will end up with 18 single crochets. Once you're complete, you're just going to do it but reversed, and so in the first stitch you're going to be doing 2 single crochets, and then in the next one you're going to be doing 1, and then in total you will end up with 24 single crochets. Now we're just going to single crochet all around, and so each stitch will just have 1 single crochet, and you're going to do that until you have 24, and then once you have 24 you're going to do that for 3 more rounds. So you're going to do that exact same thing for a total of 4 rounds, and remember, 24 single crochets per round. So now, once you are done, it should look something like this. And so now we are going to be doing our decreases. And so to do that, you're just going to insert your hook, pull some yarn, and then go into the other one and pull some more yarn, and then loop and then pull through. If you've noticed, it's kind of like a single crochet, but you're doing it in 2 stitches. And then once you're done, you do 1 single crochet, and then you do that again, and then you'll end up with 16 single crochets in total after. Then once you're finished, we're just going to join the round with a slip stitch. Anyways, now that we're done, we're just going to chain 1, and we're going to move on to making the part where the legs will end up going. So we're not making the legs, but what we're doing is we're going to add a shape to the body for the legs to go. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to be working in our back loops only, so like that. So when you insert your hook, you're not going through the full stitch, you're just going through the back loop, and you're just going to single crochet. And so it should look something like that. Anyways, after you've single crocheted, you're going to do our decrease again, but this time in our back loops. And then once you're done, single crochet and then do the decrease again. And you're going to keep doing this until you have a total of 12 single crochets. Then once you're complete, you're going to be doing your decreases every single time, and then that way you'll end up with 6 single crochets. Now it should look something like this. As you can see, there's that little ridge that we have there. That will be for us to be making the legs. But anyways, now is a good time to start stuffing your octopus. For the stuffing, all you really need to do is stuff it until you're happy. For me, personally, I like to stuff it, but not too much so it's firm, but also enough so it's like squishy without any of those like gaps that you could feel when you're touching your stuffed animals. But really, how you stuff it is kind of up to you, but this is how I like to do my stuffing. Once you are finished, you can just snip off a piece of that yarn from the yarn ball, and I recommend doing a pretty long strand because this is the strand we're going to be using to close up the hole. Then you can just tie it up to make sure it's secure. Now this is where we're going to need our big sewing yarn needle, and you're just going to place your yarn into that hole the needle provides with. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go from the outside going into the inside, and then from the inside going outside, just following that circle. And then you'll keep going in and out until you reach the part where you first started. Now this is what it will look like. It's very squishy. So now we're just going to work on the face. So before we move on to the legs, we're just going to start working on the mouth. So you're going to just make your magic circle once again. And then you're going to do 6 single crochets into the circle like we did at the beginning. And once you're done, that's all there is to the mouth anyways, and so you're just going to snip off the yarn and then pull through and then kind of tie it up and clean it. And make sure you have enough yarn so we could sew it on later. Then to sew it on, you're going to place it like where I showed earlier, kind of like the front of the octopus body. And then you're just going to sew it on using that long piece of yarn and going through from those single crochets on the outside. And then you would just tie it up and clean it up, making sure that it's nice and tight on the body. Once you have finished, we're now going to start sewing on the eyes. And so we're going to be using our buttons, and you're going to basically place them pretty close to the mouth, but I would say maybe like 1 or 2 single crochets, like size width away from the mouth. Now the way you sew it on depends on your kind of button, but for me I kind of do almost like an in and out, but with the holes that are in the button. And then you're just going to repeat for the other eye. So now it should look like this, and so now all that's left is the legs. So once again, we are going to be working through these ridges. So before we start going onto the octopus, we're just going to make a quick slip knot to start us off, and then putting our hook through it. Then you're going to insert your hook through any of the ridges, aka like the front loops, and we're just going to pull some yarn, and then you're going to pull it all the way through. Then what we're going to be doing after that is in the next stitch, we're going to be doing 5 half double crochets, which basically you're going to yarn over, go under, pull through some yarn, and then yarn over again, and then pull through. And that's pull through like all the way, which makes it a half double crochet. And you're going to do 5 10s in one stitch. And then once you're done doing that, you're just going to do a simple single crochet in the next stitch, and then you're just going to repeat that all the way until you have 8 little legs or tentacles for your octopus. Now it should look something like this. And so now you're just going to insert your hook into like that space and then connect it by using a slip knot, and then you're just going to snip it off into kind of what we've been doing, where we tie it up and then weave it into our creation. So here is the final look of the octopus. It's so adorable. It's very squishy, small, and cute. And the way it kind of sits on your palm is very adorable. But basically, that's what the tentacles should look like. And anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I hope to see you around again soon. Bye!